Welcome back into 103.3 The Sideline. I'm producer Billy, filling in while pretty much everyone is on their vacation this month.
You don't have to worry about your vacation if you make your vocation your vacation.
Including our host, who is at his son's travel baseball game, which he'll tell us way too much about on the show when he returns.
No, seriously, I treat this vocation like my vacation, considering how little work I do every day.
And since our program director is too lazy and too checked out on his own vacation, he just let me host.
Watch out now. Before you know, you'll be taking my job.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I'm lying. You're pretty bad at this. Plus, you wouldn't anyways, just based off of advertising dollars and this station's overall complacency and reluctancy to change anything.
Okay.
I mean, having someone young with a lot of drive and talent taking over for us, that would just make way too much sense.
That voice alongside me is, of course, Big Raz.
That's right, and I'll be spending the next 3 hours making fun of just how much younger you are than I am. Thinking that's me asserting my dominance, when in actuality, it's pointing out to the audience just how old, out of touch, and stuck in my ways I really am. I bet you think LeBron is better than Jordan, don't you? Don't you?
Statistically, he is a more efficient scorer. He has over 5,000 more career points, and in only 300 more games, he's nearly doubled the amount of rebounds and assists he's put out.
Yeah, but what about rings? Huh?
Okay, well, since there aren't that many sports going on in the calendar this month, and we've already exhausted one of Sports Talk Radio's biggest crutches.
What about rings?
We're going to extensively talk about last night's seemingly meaningless MLB regular season game.
Yeah, with our host out, I actually felt the pressure to carry my own weight, so I actually watched the game and did a ton of prep for the show today. So we're fixing to break this thing down like it's Game 7 of the World Series, folks.
Yeah, that was quite the game. That pitching change in the top of the 7th was utterly garbage. Because as a young person in this field, I feel like I have to base my entire on-air persona like literally every other Sports Talk Radio host.
Like me.
And that means being overly critical of every coaching decision ever.
For me, it's all about who's calling the game. The catcher. We need more alphas behind the plate, like Johnny Bench or Thurman Munson. You're probably way too young to pick up on those extremely dated references.
I just Googled them, and neither of them have played since the late 70s and early 80s.
So?
I was born in 2001.
Let me guess, you don't know who Pete Rose is either.
Of course I do.
Oh, thank goodness.
He's that guy who always wears all white flat bills posted up at card tables outside of memorabilia shops on the Las Vegas Strip.
He's also baseball's hit king, and he should be in the Hall of Fame. In fact, I think Major League Baseball is going to put him in there eventually.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Nice joke. That's good.
What do you mean, joke?
All right, well, let's open up the phone lines and see if Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, but we can only do that in the next segment because after that we have our Mount Rushmore segment.
I love a good Mount Rushmore.
And then we have our winners and losers
Oh,
segment.
I love a good winners and losers segment.
And then we have a game-by-game prediction for the wins and losses on next season's schedule.
I have them going 13-4.
And then we have a buy or sell segment.
I'm buying that segment. Huh? Get it?
Then we'll probably sneak in a segment debating whether NASCAR drivers are athletes, what the greatest rivalries in sports are, and are athletes overpaid?
If I got paid that much at my job, I'd show up to the voluntary OTAs.
Oh, and then we'll probably throw in a segment where we just debate uniforms.
What about our Should College Athletes Be Paid segment?
They already are.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Sorry. That's a habit.
And then with any other open segments we have, we'll probably just open up phone lines instead of constructing our own takes on topics.
Well, what's a take?
So don't go anywhere because we gotta pay the bills. And we'll be right back after these commercials from local jewelers and testosterone enhancers.
No, seriously, what's a take? What are you doing with your hands, dude?
I'm so nervous right now.